come up to me like, "Thank you so much," and I'm like, "Thanks, Rebecca," because but they're current and real things. It's not something she dreamt about anyway, and it's a lot of people, youngins needed that role model, needed that person to speak for them in that space, and they already love Garnet, and so it was kind of like, she's a badass, she says that shit, she's tripping, and she's getting it.
We had a picture of her shirt. That's awesome. That's very cool. Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you. I think I should wear it.
This was an Ian drawing once.
That's right. Yeah. I drew that originally.
It comes to life.
Yeah.
One of my friends made it, and he was like, "This is because you." And I was like, "Oh,
that's awesome."
I love it. Someone's taking this from me.
I want a Steven sweater and an onion sweater.
I got you. I got you.
Putting it in order now.
I got you.
Well, with Steven, somebody else can jump in, but there's a lot of people shipping Steven and Connie, but they're young, so what type of response do you have for this? It's a big ship right now.
Yeah.
Steven and Connie? It's the pure love of children. I mean, what's wrong with
They're gonna be
that?
together. They're gonna be together.
Yeah.
I think they'll always be friends no matter what happens.
Yeah.
But, who knows?
Yeah.
And so the new season is taking a new turn. I mean, it kind of seems like up until now it's kind of been character introduction, sort of like first act. Mm-hmm. So what can you tell us about what to expect now that things are in adventure mode?
There was a point last season in an episode, Marble Madness, where you finally see Steven catch up to the gems. We finally go into a place where the gems don't know what's going on just as much as Steven doesn't know what's going on. And so, sort of into the future from that point, it's like, this has now become like an adventure into the unknown for all of the characters. Yeah, and Steven used to be able to rely on the gems to protect him and know everything about
Bring
the
him
world.
up to speed.
Yeah, but now they're all sort of discovering new things together. So
it's great to see the confidence in the show build too, like just over the course of it. Like you guys you're hitting your stride. It's really good. It's really powerful show. It's been great to watch.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
It's not a question.
Thank you.
thank you.
In terms of the score or writing them songs?
Style of music, I think that
Right.
that character.
Sort of Steven and Ivy.
Yeah.
So I feel about
Yeah, I talk it over. I talk a lot with my composers, Ivy and Sarashu, and that was something that we talked about really early on, and it's very specific. I think the gems sort of are themed in a lot of ways. Pearl is sort of in the past, Amethyst is in the present, and Garnet is in the future. And we talked about that relating to their sound. I had references really early on for like the way that I felt like Pearl would sound and Amethyst would sound and Garnet would sound, and then they really brought that to life. And they have very specific instruments that are related to those characters. We were talking over recently sort of deconstructing Garnet in order to give themes to Ruby and Sapphire, and that was really interesting because she has a sound, and they have to have a sound that relates to her, but it is also different. And so I talk a lot with my composers about why the characters are the way they are, and then they find a way to translate that into their instruments, which is really fun. We talked a lot about there's sort of a smooth and sort of pad-related elements to Garnet, and then there's also like a harsh bass element to Garnet, but those things combine and they're sort of loose, but that's not, well, you'll have to see how they sing.